evening all. Very interesting denouncement from a Italian politician of the region of the Val d'Aosta, up in the north here. He happens to be a regional councillor for the region, and he was voted to represent the citizens of his constituency. Very interesting thing he said about the bat flu. Enough with this clown show, because second, what he says is the truth. The government and the mass media in this country, here in Italy, are literally been terrorising Italians for the last 2.5 years without verifying the, what you would call it, the news which they publish, whether it's on TV or on web or in newspapers. If it's true or not what they say about this type of virus. Regarding the famous, what, snake oil which they tried to sell us, and they wanted us to take it and say, this will save your social life, society as a whole, and businesses and your liberty. We all knew what happened. Everyone got this thing in this so-called pantomime pandemia, and we spread it, and it evolved into other types of, variants of this thing, more harmful than previous ones, these so-called Omicrons or minions. The fact is, people are beginning to realise they've been lied to by medical science, politicians, and the mass media. They've just been letting us up the garden path about this thing. It's very strange for a politician to denounce these things, because they're usually on the bandwagon of propaganda. Well, I'll go to show there are politicians with a bit of backbone and courageous to call it all out the shit show. What did this snake oil bring us? What type of results? It's no more a public health emergency. It's become like, should we treat it as a common cold? That's what's become a normal seasonal flu. A lot less harmful than your seasonal flu. That's what it's become. And there is a famous science, Maria Gizmod, Dr. Maria Gizmod, I think she's from a medical institute up in the north, and she began, was it a year and a half ago, saying this virus will become like a common cold for kids to catch. It's become. The problem is, even if they lift all the health restrictions, they continue to treat it if it was the Black Death. Especially in, like I said in the other video, Italian hospitals, if you want to go inside to see someone, or go to casualty, or for a medical visit, you have to present with a health pass. For example, that doesn't certify you you haven't got it. Because there's been a lot of cases here in Italy, people have been going around having the license to ill. License to ill, yeah. Beastie Boys. And everyone caught this common cold, was it? December last year, beginning of this year, people lining up to take their bloody test. When I passed by, I just was laughing my socks off because what these mugs are doing. Because slowly you arrive at a certain point and you say to yourself, this is all shit. They've been selling us shit for the last 2.5 years and they will continue to sell us shit about these things. They'll never ever come clean about it. And there's only very few people like these people in the world already called out. It's all a scam. This is one of the biggest scams which has occurred in Italy. It's quite right. So we shouldn't believe all the crap which the mass media says or the government, because they're number one liars. You can bet your boots on that.